In addition to the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the as collateral against the victims.
We wanted to hear a readback of testimony relating to Combs' former girlfriend, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being...
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had in her pocketbook, she had residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall?
You look in the ocean, you see two people floating. You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the ocean, you see Ben Affleck, and you see Diddy. That's it! J to the L, give me 5.
It looks like Jennifer Lopez's connection to Diddy's criminal activities is out in the open and things are about to get real messy. Let's take a quick trip back to the early 2000s when Jennifer and Diddy were the A couple.
Here's a revised version of your text in 290 words. The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to participate in his schemes, using embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made as collateral. Victims were forced into compliance, afraid that these damaging materials would be exposed. Testimony also highlighted Combs' former relationship with actress and singer Jennifer Lopez. An officer recalled an incident where Lopez, along with Combs, was in a vehicle stopped by police. Everyone was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, stating she was going home. The testimony went on to allege that all Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white Oscar winner for people to forget she had residue in her pocketbook, a reference to past associations with criminal activity. Lopez's connection to Diddy's controversial past seems to be resurfacing. This takes us back to the early 2000s, when Lopez and Diddy were a power couple. Their relationship, full of glamour, took a drastic turn after the infamous 1999 nightclub shooting in New York, which left 3 people injured. Diddy faced serious charges, and Lopez, who was with him, also became involved. Though she was eventually cleared, the event raised many questions about her knowledge of Diddy's illegal activities. Now, with new revelations emerging, Lopez's name is resurfacing in connection to Diddy's darker dealings. Speculation is mounting over whether she played a more active role in covering up or turning a blind eye to his criminal behavior during their relationship. The FBI's ongoing investigation suggests Lopez may have been more involved than previously thought, casting a fresh shadow over their past.
Contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
kill. Right.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Here's the revised version of your text in 350 words. Back in the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy were at the height of their romance, seen everywhere from red carpets to exclusive VIP parties. They rubbed shoulders with A-listers like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and one thing that stood out was Diddy's iconic white parties. However, growing evidence suggests these lavish events were more than just glamorous gatherings. They may have been used as cover for illegal activities, including substance use and financial schemes. Given that Jennifer was a regular attendee, reports are now surfacing that she might have known much more than she let on. The infamous 1999 nightclub shooting continues to haunt Lopez's past. While she was initially cleared, new questions are being raised about her possible involvement in helping Diddy escape legal consequences. With the FBI now revisiting that night in light of new evidence, sources suggest Jennifer Lopez's role may have been more significant than we once thought. Investigators are probing whether she had insider knowledge of Diddy's business dealings. Could she have played a part in protecting his empire? That's exactly what the FBI is now investigating. And if these allegations prove true, it could spell major trouble for Lopez. Recent FBI files have thrown light on Diddy's darker side, revealing more than just whispers of criminal activities. Allegations of money laundering, substance abuse, and even events involving minors have come up, suggesting that Diddy's empire wasn't just built on music and business ventures. According to these files, parties, particularly the exclusive ones, were not merely wild nights but fronts for Diddy's illegal operations. Many of these activities were allegedly covered up through the use of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, signed by guests, including workers and celebrities. This complicates Jennifer Lopez's position. As someone so closely linked to Diddy during that time, it's hard to believe she didn't have some awareness of what was happening behind the scenes. While one could argue she was an innocent bystander caught in the chaos, her name popping up in the FBI investigation forces us to reconsider her potential role.
Was allegedly planned and controlled the performances, which he called, and he often electronically recorded them. The sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial workers, and often involved a variety of such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
The FBI's investigation is focusing heavily on Diddy's notorious parties, which reports suggest were rife with illegal activities. High-profile celebrities, including Jennifer Lopez, were allegedly sworn to secrecy through NDAs. Now, investigators are questioning whether Jennifer was aware of what went on, and if so, why she stayed silent. Was it for self-preservation, or was she more involved in keeping things hidden? As more victims and witnesses have come forward, it's no longer mere speculation. With the FBI revisiting Diddy's past, Lopez's connection is increasingly coming under scrutiny, raising doubts about her role in his empire.
This guy right here is your biggest fan from the bad boy era. You and Mace are his heroes. Okay? It's like every party we do, anything we do is like, what up, Buffy and Mace? What up, Buffy and Mace? So you're gonna have to do one of those things.
Yeah. Okay, so what song you want to hear, Aaron?
No Money, No Problem? Anything with Mace in it. Anything with Mace in it.
Give me your top two, Mace, More Money,
And
More
you.
Problem. We don't More Money.
Jennifer Lopez's connection to Diddy didn't completely fade after their breakup. Even years later, their bond seemed to remain, raising curiosity about why she stayed close to him. During the pandemic, Jennifer and Diddy went live on Instagram together, rekindling their old connection for fans. This public show of friendship surprised many, especially considering the long-standing allegations surrounding Diddy's criminal activities. But why would Jennifer continue to associate with him so closely after their relationship ended? Some speculate that her loyalty could point to secret ties, suggesting she knew about his dark side all along and chose to stay silent to protect herself, or even her career. The 1999 nightclub shooting was a major turning point for both Diddy and Jennifer. At the time, the world was shocked, but many believed it was just an isolated incident. Now, with the FBI's new investigation, it's starting to look like that night was only one part of a larger criminal network that Diddy was involved in. Files suggest that Jennifer may have played a critical role in helping him avoid jail time, casting doubt on her long-maintained image as an innocent bystander. This raises an even bigger question. What role did Jennifer play in building Diddy's empire? Throughout their relationship, Jennifer was always seen as a supportive partner, but could she have actively helped Diddy grow his business while keeping his criminal activities under wraps? Her star power, charm, and influence in Hollywood would have been invaluable to Diddy, especially when things got messy. If she was assisting him in maintaining his public image and avoiding legal trouble, it complicates her role even further. But it's not just Jennifer and Diddy who are involved in this unfolding story. The FBI's investigation also includes other major Hollywood players, like Jay-Z. There have been rumors for years about the close ties between these powerful figures, with disturbing allegations of minors and hidden cameras at parties hosted by Diddy. If these claims are true, Jennifer may have been aware of more than just Diddy's wrongdoings. She could have had insight into a larger network of criminal behavior involving some of the biggest names in the industry. The connections between Diddy, Jay-Z, and other A-listers have always been well known, but now it's no longer just about music and business. It's about whether these celebrities were involved with the darker side of Hollywood that the FBI is investigating. What's even more shocking is the culture of silence that seems to surround these allegations. Despite the seriousness of the claims against Diddy and his circle, many stars who partied with him, including Jennifer, have stayed quiet. Whether it's out of fear of retaliation, loyalty to their industry peers, or a desire to protect their own brands, this silence has kept the alleged crimes in the shadows for years. But why haven't more people come forward? Is it simply because they're afraid of the consequences, or because some of these celebrities were involved and have something to hide? As the FBI peels back the layers of Hollywood's dark side, it's becoming clear that this silence is not just about loyalty. It's about survival in an industry that protects its own. Powerful figures like Diddy have used their influence to keep people quiet for years, and Jennifer's continued silence only fuels further speculation. With the bombshell revelations from the FBI dropping, the internet is buzzing with fan reactions. One person commented, "Of course, J.Lo knows more than she's letting on. That's why she's keeping a low profile. As long as she's not implicated, she'll take what she knows to her grave." Another wrote, "She knows more than she's telling, but they'll get to the bottom of it, and if her hands are dirty, she's going down with the rest." A third added, "If J.Lo and the Kardashians know anything about these criminal activities, they better tell law enforcement." So what does all of this mean for Jennifer moving forward? The backlash from these revelations could have serious consequences for her career and reputation. For years, Jennifer has built an image as a strong, independent woman who overcame obstacles to become one of Hollywood's biggest stars. But with these new allegations surfacing, that image might start to crack. If public opinion shifts against her, she could face a massive backlash, especially from fans who feel betrayed by her ties to Diddy's alleged criminal activities. There's also the possibility of legal trouble. If the FBI's investigation uncovers evidence that Jennifer was involved in helping Diddy cover up his crimes, she could be facing more than just a hit to her reputation. While it's unclear how deep her involvement goes, the possibility of legal consequences can't be ruled out. The entertainment industry has a long history of protecting its stars, but even the most powerful celebrities aren't immune to legal repercussions if the evidence is strong enough. This situation highlights the complex web of power, fame, and secrecy in Hollywood. It's not just about Jennifer and Diddy anymore. The FBI's investigation could implicate a much wider network of celebrities and powerful figures. As more information emerges, we'll have to wait and see if Jennifer will face any legal consequences or if her star power will help her weather the scandal. Stay tuned as this story unfolds. There's much more drama to uncover.